3, 2, 1. What's up, George? What's going on in the House of Craze tonight?
In the House of Craze tonight, we have a friend of the show, Miss Lori Calcaterra, will be on talking about The Path of the Pale Rider, the latest, which is issues 1 through 4. It's actually the graphic novel. Yeah. She's going to be coming on, and we're going to do a little recap of the weekend, last weekend. Plus, keep your head up. Keep your head up. We're going to be talking about that. You'll find out what that means in just a few minutes.
Let's get it.
We are the only show for independents all around, giving you a platform to spread your word all over town. Catch the Craze is the place to promote to your fans with the dream of Medina and Sam the Crazy Man. Subscribe to our show and never miss an episode. It's time to get your mans, listen to us on the go. Updated every week, we never miss a day. Join the squad, come on in. It's time to catch the Craze. If you are an independent, catch the Craze. Making moves on your own, catch the Craze. On your grind in the streets, catch the Craze. Join the movement, catch the Craze.
Yeah, George, we did it again. Come on now. You know you want to do it. Catch the Craze. Welcome to Catch the Craze podcast. I'm your host with the most, Seth, the Crazy Man, and I am with
George, the Dreamer, Medina. What's happening, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of Catch the Craze. We are live today. It is a special episode today. It is Thursday evening. Usually we come on Tuesdays, but we had to make an exception today for our guest. For our guest tonight, and that is the lovely Miss Lori Calcaterra. We're going to be talking to her today about not just the Path of the Pale Rider, but I met her for the first time this weekend. We had a fun time over at Texoma, so we're going to do a little recap on that. Plus, we're going to be talking about a topic for the day as well. But before we do all that, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like, comment, do all that fun stuff. Share the video. All of that, do all of that. Because we're gonna have a good time tonight. We're gonna have a good time. But what's happening, Sammy? Hey, I see the chat. The chat is blowing up.
Yeah, got a lot of people in there.
How you doing? It was nice meeting you. Our man Hugo Dahl.
Yeah, man.
He was at the show. Met him for the first time. That was
dope. He's like, oh, Sam, you're taller than I thought. Hey, George, you're shorter than I thought.
We're gonna start early. We're gonna start very, very early. That's nice. I do remember that. Yes.
He looked up, he looked down.
Listen, it's not like you're that much taller, bro. Let's relax. Let's take it easy, okay?
I'm just saying.
But anyway, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Jesus Christ, you're getting me worked up already.
Yes, that's how we do up in here.
Already getting me worked up. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man. It's awesome.
After a good time over at Texoma.
It was good.
It was fun. It was fun. We had a good time. We had a good time. Yeah. First time for me out in that part of the states. Never been to Oklahoma in my life. Hugo. What up, madness?
Yeah, I've never been there either. I mean, I've never seen so many carcasses in my life. I mean, there was just bodies everywhere, bro. It was I mean, wolves, coyotes, raccoons. It was cats, beavers. I was like, all over the road. Man, everywhere. I mean, I think we were counting. We just stopped counting because it was just everywhere.
Yeah, it was rough. Carnage on the road. That's right, Lori. That's exactly what it was. You got to chill with switching days, guys. Wow, you're training, Jay? All right.
That's right. He's got to get his shape, bro. He's got to get his shape.
All right, my man.
Yeah, he knows what's up. He knows what's up. He's going up. He's going up against the Craze, bro. He knows what's up.
You guys are both gonna freaking fall as soon as a couple of smacks to the ball and it's over for you.
That's it.
It's gonna be amazing. Oh man, I love it. I love the crew. I love the crew that's in here. Got to work on my cardio, dude.
Yeah, you got to work on that for a couple of years.
What we're gonna bring in Lori. She's gonna, we're gonna talk a little bit more about the recap. What do we talk about a little bit about the topic of the day, Sam? So we can
the topic of the day. So let's get the meds early, bro.
Let's get them early.
It's time for your medicine.
Keep your head up, yo. What's the matter, you, man? What is talking about?
My soul. All right, so keep your head up. Well, what are we talking about, Sam? What are we talking about? Why the topic? Talk to me.
Yo, curling 12-ounce cans, lacrosse, working out. What are you talking about? Yo, dude, first of all,
yes.
First of all, there are so many conversations on social media, on podcasts. We've talked about it over and over and over again, but we still see the same patterns of behaviors at Comic Cons.
Yes.
How is it you're going to go and pay? Yeah. How is it you're going to pay to travel, pay for room and board, pay to have your props, have a big old banner, have your table sit up, and the whole time you have your head down? What is up with that, homie? And then you get mad because you ain't make no money, because you ain't looking up, Sonny. What is the matter, you?
What is the matter?
Yo, I was like, I was going crazy. I was like, I wanted to go over there. It's like, snap out of it. Look up. Just once in your life, just look up, right? But why do we continue to see the same things over and over again?
I don't know. We had a fun group of people around us at the show. And that was a topic of conversation. You pay these dollars to sit behind this table. And listen, this particular show, they don't understand the game. This particular show gave you a lot of room, a lot of space. Big shout out to Texoma.
Dude, I had a dance floor in my booth, bro.
Yo, we did have a dance floor. It was a disco back then.
It was awesome, bro.
And so we had plenty of room.
Yeah.
Other places don't give you that much room. Right? Other places give you
why you bumping into me, man? Back up.
But you're paying a lot of money. Yeah. So when you have, that on your mind, okay, I got to make back this table. Looking down and not engaging with customers is not gonna get you that money. I don't care how nice your art is, bro. I don't care how nice it is. It doesn't matter. The fact that you're not engaging with the people that are coming through the door, it's a disrespect to the people and to yourself, bro. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Look up. Say hello.
And then you walk out looking like you just got jumped. You're like, it's like you're all pissed off, but you never even engaged once.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's ego playing in it, because I don't understand it. I'm trying to figure it out. Is it ego? I don't. My art's gonna speak for itself, right? What is it? Or you just don't have the gift of gab. What is it?
I like to give the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's because people are introverts and they're not comfortable there but if that's the case, then maybe we don't do that. Maybe we don't. Yeah, maybe we don't even go. Maybe send the representative, send somebody else on your behalf to kind of sit behind the table and do what they got to do, because it just doesn't make any sense, dude. It really doesn't make any sense.
No. Doesn't even. Oh, obviously he didn't make any nickels. So I was like, "Yo, it's just like it frustrates the hell out of me." It's like, "Yo, I got a couple of episodes of Catch the Craze you can watch, right?" And, it's convention etiquette 101, right? How to sell your books, right? So it's like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I think it was frustrated. I was standing there, and it was right opposite of us, right? And I'm staring at the whole time, like, "Yo, he's still not looking up." And I'm like, half hour later, still not looking up. It's like 30. I was like, still not looking up. I was like, what's up with that? I was like,
Adi was in the house. Bruni Loner, antisocial artist, is a real thing. Yeah, it is. But it's counterproductive. When you're paying. All right, you do that at a show, maybe you pay $50 for a table and you want to look down. When you go to a big show like New York Comic Con, the last thing you want to do is look down, bro.
Oh, I'm not leading anybody. I'm just standing there watching.
To drink, and you're wasting your
time. The popcorn. That's like, how many people are going to stop by and look, and you're not going to look up and they're going to walk away because you had a missed opportunity. I'm just eating popcorn like, how many, right? What's going on over there, bro? It's funny. I visited artist tables and they looked up and said hi. Yeah, we had that conversation. With our colleague on the left of us. Yeah. Right. Straight up salesman. Right. So nobody walks by without him engaging it, right? So shout out to William Russell. Nobody stops by without him acknowledging, saying, "What's up? Yo, check it out." I mean, he's hitting them with the prices. He's hitting them with the pitch, right? He's like, bam, bam, bam. Before they even think, he's like a barrage, right? It's like an onslaught of information, right? Everybody has their style, right? I'm more like, you come over, you look, and then I'm like, hey, boom, how you doing, right? And I do the swagger, right? So everybody has their own pitch, but we're engaging.
Yeah.
Doing our thing. Lori's with the hot sauce and cookies, right? She's like, hot sauce and cookies. That's a remedy for me to stay, hang out with the porcelain god for a little bit. I'm like, yo,
her cookies were good. Her cookies were good, bro.
So, that's a fiery combo. But she has her hustle, right? So she has her pit. Everybody has their thing to bring people in. I just don't, what concerns, what frustrates me when I see that, it's because that'll be the same person that'll go on social media and say this convention sucked, but they didn't do anything to pitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that was one of the things. We said it. We didn't know what to expect. This is the first in Oklahoma. Oklahoma doesn't have any comic shops, right?
Not the area where we were.
Not the area we were in Choctaw, Oklahoma, wherever.
Durant,
right? And they have the casino, and the casino with the arcade and the movie theater, whatever. That's the highlight of that area.
Yeah.
So, I'm apprehensive because they don't have a comic shop. They don't have those things there. So, how do my thing is like, oh, are people even going to come? Well, the guys that run it, they did a great job because the hotel knew about it. CVS knew about it. The donkey walking by itself knew about it. Everybody knew about it, right? And it's like, hey, what's up, donkey? Right? So it's like, even though the carcasses on the floor, it was like, we were trying to go to take someone, we got hit, right? So everybody knew about it. So they did a great job. And the turnout was really awesome, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I knew that, all right, take advantage of the moment when people stop by and engage them, because there's even though if they show up, there's no guarantee that they're going to be interested. So you have to do your thing.
Yeah.
When you see those things happen, it's a little frustrating because it's a waste of time and energy, and somebody else could have gotten that table that really had their heart in it. And there's a lot of stuff going on there. 100% fact.
The first one, Aniva said, artists need reps. I guess. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they need reps with a PR person.
Yeah. You know what's funny about Hugo? Hugo says an introvert. I swear he's an introvert. He's hilarious. And you're Hugo. You come on, stop it. You are a bit of an introvert, but we had a good time with Hugo there. But yeah, no, people need to engage people first sometimes. I was talking to a guy one time, and he says that he purposely walks down aisles of like Comic Cons to see who's going to engage, because he's got money in his pocket. He's going to spend money, but he wants to see who's going to engage him, to talk to him, to see who's going to buy his book. If they don't talk to him, he's just going to keep on walking. And that's what you got to remember. And again, we're saying this because this is the Get Your Meds segment, right? Engage. Don't let them walk by. People want to buy sometimes. They just need you to kind of like, hey, how you doing? And make it comfortable for them, because I think it was Lupin that said that it's awkward when you're kind of just sitting there and you're staring at them and you're like, I'm standing here and he's not looking up yet. Like, what the hell's going on? I did see your neighbors. You could tell the pros. Yeah, no, absolutely. Even hey, how's it going? How's your day? Yep. Yeah. Her cookies and macaroons. I marry her. Rule number 1. What is it? Rule at Comic-Con: do not poach your neighbor's customer once they move.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm glad you said that, because my neighbor is really good at pitching, right?
Yes.
I let him do his thing. The moment he's done, they're done making the transactions. They walk by my table, then it's my turn, right? So now that's my table. But I don't interfere when you're doing your thing. Do your thing, whatever. They come along the next. Now you get it. There's got to be respect. There's convention etiquette, and you have to understand that. Yeah. Don't stand there and say, "Yo, what? Look at my book," as the guy's in the middle of a pitch, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that's one of those things that that's one of those things where I'll see you in the parking lot. Right, so it's like,
and William was good about that too, because he waited until you wait until they cross the line, and then hey, prints in the back are this much, this is that much, and then he went into his pitch mode, right? But he waited until that person had absolutely finished.
Once they passed the border,
once they crossed that border, boom, that's when he got him. Like, it was like that. Get in line. Wow, they fight. It's really about knowing thyself. right, Hugo? When I get a table again, you'll have a good conversation with me, whether you're an introvert or not. I can't help myself.
Here you go.
I
See the podcast. You get my face.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I think that was one of those things that we wind up talking about. It's what what to do when you're at a convention, and it's like there's so many great conversations about how to pitch, how to promote your books. Or take the time, if you don't know, if you're just awkward, take the time to watch that stuff, and then rehearse, bro. Yeah. Rehearse,
or bring someone who isn't awkward with you. Bring a buddy. Bring a buddy. You got to bring somebody. You know what I mean? Like, so they can help you out.
Jonathan used to be the opener, right? So if Jonathan was at a table with me, Jonathan would be the opener. I'd be the finisher, right? So you got to bring somebody that enjoys conversation, right? It's not awkward, that wants to engage.
And the funny thing about Jonathan, I'll give him credit, is that he is a bit awkward. Yeah. But in that world, it's almost like he's comfortable behind the table. You know what I mean? And some people may be like that. Like where they're like that, but you need to find somebody that can help you out, because you can't just sit there with your head down, dude.
No, man. I was like, yo, dude. Call security. Escort that guy out of here. Yeah. I was like, yo, I tell you, why you gotta sit in front of me, man? You just frustrated me. But overall, it was excited. Let's talk about this show. We had another person there. She had the high kicks, the kung fu kicks. She was trying to avoid dancing. We tried to get her to dance in the parking lot, right? She was holding back. Okay, so let's bring in none other than.
Let's not ignore some of these comments, brother.
I am listening to comments.
So that's awesome, Lou. If introverts are there, they're looking to be engaged with. Yep, Sebastian, what up? Joined. John has years of retail experience. He does. Yeah, he did work in retail for a while. And you get multiple ticks for a reason. Bring a team that can fill the voids in your game. Word. Bring
if you can. If not, you gotta hustle.
Yeah, word. Let's bring in our next team.
Just to just to shout it out. Will was by himself, and he was hustling, right? Yeah. So you gotta understand the stage you're going into, and get ready to perform, because you're on stage. Let's do this. Then.
Where you at, Laurie? What are you doing?
Hi guys. How are ya?
Hey, Laurie, it's been a while. It's been a minute.
Has it been? It's been literally 60 seconds.
yeah. 60 seconds? Maybe.
Seen you about 60 seconds ago, bro.
Maybe Sam. I haven't seen you in a minute.
In a minute.
60 seconds. Right. What up, Laurie?
Hey, Sebastian's in the chat too. What's up?
Everybody's in the house.
I know. Hugo, Lou, Arlise. Oh, hey guys. Jay, I'm so glad you're here, because you were like, I rushed home on Tuesday to see the show. Bullshit. Yes. But we love you. And I was like, you better show up on Thursday, because I want to see you in the chat. Yes. So it worked out.
So how you doing, Laurie? How you been? How's this week been so far? Because I know you had something happen.
You're killing it right now.
So the week has been crazy, just because of course, Texoma, getting ready for Texoma. And it's not just like make sure you have your books in line and you pack your tablecloth. It was like bake 6,000 cookies and bottle hot sauce and packets of hot sauce, right? And you can't bake cookies the week before. You got to do it like the day before, so they're fresh. So there's a lot more planning when you have to bring food items as well. But thank you, Jade. But I tell you what, that Oklahoma crowd loved their hot sauce. I took 8 bottles, and I was like, I'll probably sell like 4 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday, because it's typically what I sell in a day is like 4 bottles of hot sauce, but it's mostly comic books, right? I sold 7 of the hot sauces on Saturday, and I was like, okay. Yeah. I see you, Oklahoma. I was like, I might even want to do like less comics and more hot sauce.
Wow. Wow.
Because
you gotta go with the crowd.
About this, where their crowd, Durant, Oklahoma, the closest comic book store to Durant, Oklahoma is McKinney, Texas, which is down the street from me.
Wow. Yes. Damn. Really? That's the closest?
Yeah.
It's in a different state. Like basically, it's in a different state.
Yeah. So I mean, they're not really a great big comic book crowd, even.
No, but it was interesting because it's a huge Native community. It's also a huge military community.
Right. We saw a ton of veterans come through, and that was super cool to see all of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Almost everybody we talked to was a veteran or an ex-vet, you know,
Yeah,
serving.
we had a table. We had a table. One of the guys that were there is actually going to be in the show next week. He's a veteran. So
Okay,
he's
cool.
actually originally from Jersey, which I
Joyzy. Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, listen, the show I think was good. I don't know what they were expecting, but I think it exceeded their expectations. I think.
Yeah, I think it did. It was a first time show too. It was brand new. They hadn't done it before in this location or in Durant. So it was good. I think it turned out really good.
Yeah, and shout out to anybody who's watching on or is going to be watching this on replay because of that show. I got a lot more followers on my Instagram and Facebook pages. A lot of them have been posting their buying of there's nothing in my toilet. So, and they're following me. They also subscribe to my newsletter. So shout out to everybody out there. You know, I definitely will go back next year. I had fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I had
go ahead.
Prep for the Comic-Con both Saturday and Sunday, and I drove in. I didn't stay at the hotel, so I drove in because it was just over an hour for me. And then on Monday we launched our Kickstarter.
That's right.
Boom, 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 one after the other. So podcasting all day.
So wait, so Hugo says someone needs to open a dispensary comic book store in Durant area. Lots of dispensaries out there.
Is it legal? I saw dispensary signs, but we looked it up and it said that it wasn't, and it didn't pass. I'm not sure.
I know when we went to for Mexican that one night, Sam asked for a margarita and they were like,
No
They
margarita.
didn't even have alcohol there, right?
No, I know. That was frustrating.
I was really upset.
I didn't go to a Mexican restaurant and not have a margarita, bro. I was like, yo.
It was rough.
No, I had to pull out my flask.
That was such an interesting Mexican restaurant. They were like, these are the whitest Mexican Hispanic people we've seen. And they're like, you can't handle spicy. They gave me something different than what I ordered. And I was like, that's fine.
Oh, right. That's right. They wouldn't give you the spicy stuff.
I was like, oh, is it that spicy? He's like, yeah. He's looking at me like, too spicy for you, lady. And I was like, you're probably right. Not that you know this, but I don't have a gallbladder. So it's probably good that you thought that. So it's good.
Wow, look at that.
Right? But I mean, it was just such a weird experience to be there. And like, they were like, have that.
But wait, so Monday comes along and you launch your campaign.
Yep.
How did that go?
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's our trade paperback. First time that we've done a trade paperback, so we never really know what to expect when you're doing a whole different product, right? So we're so used to doing the floppies, and our goal was usually 4,550 because at least that covers the art, and we get more than that. But since the art's already done, our goal was 2,000, and we hit that in 2 hours and 15 minutes. We were funded.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
So we just broke another stretch goal right before I came on the show.
That's cool.
So at 2,500, we started unlocking the PDF bundles. In fact, yours is in there, George. It was Russ 5377 was in the Anyone World bundle that we unlocked first.
Yep.
And then, thanks, Sebastian. I appreciate that. And then we just broke the 50 backer stretch goal. So I flipped over one of the poker cards.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, you can see it. It's really cool. It's Dwayne Fink, of course, is the Joker because the town drunk is always the Joker.
How many cards have you done already? How many in that? Because I know you're putting together a deck of cards.
Yes, we're building a whole 52 card deck. We came up with this idea in, I want to say, the campaign for issue number 3. And it was later on in the campaign when I came up with it. So it's not like we've been doing this from the beginning. So it was like 100 backers unlocked the first poker card on that one, and we had like 120 backers, so we didn't get to 150. And then last campaign for issue number 4, we had 140 backers, so we unlocked 2 poker cards on that one. So we have the King of Hearts, Ace of Hearts, 10 of Hearts unlocked from previous campaigns. And if y'all haven't gotten these, you can get them in our add-ons. You can always add on the cards that you've missed, so you can have your complete deck when you get to the end if you're just finding us now. But I just released the Joker, and then we're going to continue with the Hearts number cards. And then once we finish out Hearts, the number cards will start into another suit. But we haven't gotten to all the characters that I want to put on the face cards yet. So like Queen of Hearts will probably be like the last one we reveal because she's special.
She's special.
She's special.
So that's cool. That's a good way to get the people in interested in pledging. With the pledge,
it's a returning reward.
The pledge numbers. Yeah. That's good.
It's something that if you're a returning backer, it's perfect for you because every campaign you show up, you can build your poker deck.
Right. That's awesome. But you have you have tons of stuff. You always do.
Oh, yeah.
On your campaigns, you always have tons. I saw the little books you were making. Little hardcover books that you were making. What, you got one there? Yeah, that guy.
Of course. I bring them with me when I go on shows so people can see them because they're so cool. But like George got to see these in person. I brought these to the con so people could see them because they just feel so nice. You know what I mean? That people like, how do I get one of those? And I'm like, well, we're launching on Monday and you can get one of these. I'm building 3 more right now. And then there's 2 more after that I have to build. So
going back to the show, to the convention, Lori, I know you had a book for signups for emails, like an email list. Did that work for you? Has that been working for you?
I sent out just a mass email, and I sent it to myself and BCC'd everybody, so you're not like exposing everybody's emails to who knows who. But again, I'm reading handwriting, so some of them got kicked back. But
I know.
You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know what that says, so I'm just going to guess. But hopefully I got some backers from that. It's hard to tell sometimes. I haven't had a chance to really go back and look to see if any of the emails match from that. I'm hoping that they'll come. But that's the first time I have launched so close to a con where I'm like, sign up for the launch. You know what I mean? And then I did have a QR code. So if they didn't want to write their email, they could just scan the QR code and it took them to the pre-launch sign up. So the conversion rate's about 20% right now. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Did you have a lot of people like following it before you launched it?
I don't. I don't know what it is. I think it's because okay, here's my theory. Because Path of the Pale Rider does the comic, the short films, the riddles, I have my podcast, I have another podcast, I'm in the Facebook group constantly, we play games, we do polls, we build, there's shenanigans, right? Smash pumpkins, you get to pick weapons, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty active outside of just the Kickstarter updates. There's never a time when the core group of fans does not know where we are. They know when I get stuff. They have seen all the merch as it comes in. They know when the books go to edit and go to print and, inks are done, colors done, edits done, go to print. You know what I mean? They're always in the loop because I'm constantly communicating.
Yeah.
So the people that have backed before, it automatically sends them an email, back another project by Lori Calcaterra. And they're in my social. So I'm like, we're launching on Monday, the 26th at 7 p.m. Like they know the date, time, everything. And then we do a launch party too. So a lot of times the people don't hit pre-launch.
Yeah.
I had 75 people following this project. I have 50 backers right now.
Right. That's what I was going to ask.
Yes,
you had the 75, 50. I mean, again, and a lot of those haven't even converted yet. So,
right. Yeah, I have like 140 people signed up now. Isn't that weird? It's like once it's live, why are you signing up to follow? Just
we ask that question all the time. Like,
I never understand it. I don't get it. Whatever. People do that. And it's like, are you waiting for us to fund? Because we already funded too. So
it's weird. It's weird. But no, that's cool. You have 50. You have 50 backers right now. The next 50. So if you get to 100, another card.
Another poker card. But we're gonna do 50. Like we have the dollar stretch goals too. So that indie PDF bundle will keep growing because that was any One World bundle. There's a Charter Comics bundle. There's a Horror Friends bundle. And then there's an inked marketing bundle too. So I have 4 different bundles. But I did it differently this time because usually I send out a bundle and it has like 20 books in it. And if people are interested in a specific one, how do you find? I mean, you could Google, you could look on socials, but I wanted to make it easier. So if someone read Russ 5377 and wanted to go look for it, I have the link available that will take them to the website.
Right.
So you can go find more. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm telling you where to go. It's any One World bundle. That's where you go find these. So, and same thing, like when we hit the next one. The next one is $2 away. So we'll hit that not today, then tomorrow, right? And then it'll be like Charter Comics. There's a Charter Comics bundle. Here's what's in it. Here's where you can go to find more. So I think it's just a better way to support the people that are donating, indie comics to my campaign. I would love to pay it forward and get people to go follow them as well, so that's why different.
It's crazy, right? Because you think like with all of the other books that you've put out, like you did issues 1 through 4, you figured, hey, they already have it. What I like about this one, though, and this is the reason why, this is the reason why I said, let me pledge this one, is because issue number 1, if you've been following the story, you have 4 issues, but the first issue came out in black and white. Now that's different in this book. So tell us what's inside the graphic novel or the trade.
Right. So when we released issue 1, we were brand spanking new, and you can only afford what you can afford. Right. And so we produced issue 1 in black and white, and it's beautiful and it fits because it's a Western. However, the intention was always to do it in color. And when we got around to looking at the trade, I wanted to do a couple of things to make it more of a cohesive story, because again, when I wrote this, it's one thing, all 12 issues, it's a movie script that we broke apart into issues. So we're putting it back together, because this is how I want you to read it. I want you to binge it like it's a movie. But there's certain things that will take you out of the story, like changes in style, changes in lettering, changes black and white to color, right? So that's what we did. We went back to issue 1 and we were like, how can we make this cohesive? So first thing we did is we had Matt Chambers go and color issue number 1. So he did 1, 3, and 4. Marco did number 2. That one's always going to be Marco DeFio's baby. We're not touching it. We're not changing it. It's his colors. It's beautiful. There's no reason to, right? But I also went back and I relettered issue number 1 because I was still trying to figure out my style in issue number 1, and kind of got into my own style in issue number 2. So 2, 3, and 4 are lettered in a specific style. So I went back and I relettered issue 1 in that style as well. So again, it should be more cohesive. My whole point is to suck you into the story. I want you in the story. I want you questioning your humanity, wondering what broke death, and seeing what thrills and spills I have in store for these characters. I don't want you to think about it's in black and white, it's in color, the lettering bubbles changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure. What made you go 1 through 4? Is there something that happens at 4 where you felt like it was a good place to close it out for now and then keep going, or it would cost more money to do a bigger book?
No, that's not. We would intend on doing the bigger book too when we get there. It's more, it's how it's intended to be read, but it's also like when you watch a movie, they talk about script writing. There's act 1, act 2, and act 3, right? So there's usually pacing built into the story to lead people through the story, right? So this is the end of act 1.
Okay.
It's once you get the whole thing, it's very clear what's happening. So the first 2 issues, you're in the apocalypse. You get to see how terrible it is and why people are wearing like weird tech, and it's undead bears, and people are not nice to each other. And then 3 and 4, you go back in time and you get to see how it all happened and how Jude kind of gets pushed out the door into this specific apocalypse. 5, we pick up and Jude is basically, we start in the past, but we're not very far in the past. And we catch up in time to where we left him at the end of number 2 in jail with Dwayne Fink. And then we go forward in time. So 4 was a good stopping point. So there'll be 3 trades. And then I would love to do a full volume of 1 through 12, put it all together for the arc, because that's what I want you to read. Right?
Yeah. No, for sure. When you wrote the screenplay, right? Obviously you wrote it in one. Did you write it in one sitting, or how did you write the screenplay itself?
So my writing method is 3x5 cards.
Oh.
So a lot of times I'll have ideas about events that I want to happen in the story, specifically like Big James. Like, where would Big James fit in the path that I have for Jude?
And for those who don't know, Lori, before I cut you off, who is Big James? Maybe
this
somebody.
Guy, This guy, this big, giant, undead, disgruntled bear that lives on I-93, and God help you if you wake him up. Because how do you get away from an undead bear?
Right.
They
So that's
run
Big
faster
James.
than you.
Yep.
They swim, they climb trees. There is, you can't kill it. It's already dead. It's just mad at you permanently.
Right.
There's no getting away from it. The only
Unless
way
you
you
have
get away
cookies and
from
hot
it
sauce.
is you trip your friend, right?
Yes, you just gotta have cookies and hot sauce.
Yeah, you need something to eat. Throw hot sauce in its eye. It only has one right now. And then hopefully throw some. It doesn't eat either. It just is angry and likes to shred things. So yeah. But again, it's like the concept of, okay, how do we explore different events? And I like the 3x5 cards because I can easily rearrange things.
Right. Yeah.
Or add things or take them out.
That's the reason why I asked you that, because you mentioned going back, like the time, right? Like time. So you're going back in time, you're going forward in time. How do you keep that straight without some kind of outline, or in your case, 3x5 cards? Because otherwise you'd be all over the place. So that's how you kind of figured that out.
Right. I had always intended to start the story smack dab in the apocalypse. You got to have that action, that excitement to grab people. And that's kind of what the Big James, on the bluff is. There's no way to escape this thing. What do you do? So that sucks people in with the action, and that's where they want to see more. And it's something different. No one has a zombie bear in their story, so it's, again, it's like, we're different. So check us out. And then, after that, it's like, okay, now we can start exploring some of the other things. So I knew that's where I wanted to start, but I needed people to understand how the world works. So when we get further into the story and Jude figures it out, it makes sense. All the things that he's been through. Because again, we have to develop the characters so that way when we get to the, the fan payoff moments, and you know what I mean? When he's able to do the things that he does, it's because we set it up earlier in the story. So
no. The Big James, right? That character, the bear, the dead bear. Was he always going to be a big part of the story, or is that something that you're kind of like, you know what, maybe I need to write a little more about him because people are really liking him?
No, the script, and this is interesting. I have not changed the script.
No. Okay.
I have not changed the script. I wrote this in 2018. I kind of broke it up into issues end of 2019, but I didn't change the story. So Big James is in issue 1. Big James is in issue 3. You see his origins. You never know, you might see him again. I'm not telling.
So okay, fine. So but you haven't changed it though.
I have not changed the script. No.
Okay.
So what was your thought process behind your logo change?
My logo change?
Yeah, for the graphic novel is very different from the comic book.
Okay. This had some forethought behind it. Marco and I discussed what we were going to do with the trade because, one, we knew there was going to be more than one of them, right? And we were not only thinking about the first trade, but the second one and the third one. So we wanted it to be iconic symbolism from the comics. We have Jude St. Clair with his green disc, and in the background is another disc with the heartbeat. So again, and it's green, it's the living heartbeat, and which turns into the path that he's walking on. And
I love that
title. Right. It's all means something. And then the title, of course, with Big James roaring in the background. So between the disc and Jude St. Clair and Big James, those are kind of our three main ideas that connect, the story of Path. But here's what we plan on doing for 2 and 3. That disc, we can change it. So there's the living disc, there's a dead disc, there could be a broken disc. We can change out the person that's standing on the front, and we can change out Big James for something else. So the disc and the Path of the Pale Rider name will be the same, but we're going to change the elements based off of what happens in that 4-issue run.
I like that.
So
I like that. Yeah.
It'll look like a set when it's done, though. You know what I mean? You want them to look similar. You want them to look like a set. So that was the intention behind those.
How many pages is it? How thick is it?
It's 148 pages.
148. So yeah, it's a pretty thick book. So you're gonna have a nice spine when you put it up on the. Yeah, that's gonna look nice.
I'm excited for that. I just don't want one, touch it,
Yeah.
feel it, have that experience. And then of course I can rebind it into something else.
So all right. So the book is done, obviously, right? Once the campaign is finished, you got to wait at least 2 weeks for your stuff. When are you gonna start fulfilling it? Like when are you gonna start fulfilling the campaign itself?
As soon as I get the books. I got to order some things like the whiskey glasses I have to order, and sometimes those go out of stock because I've been watching them in their inventory. So if people order the whiskey glasses, those might come a little later. And then of course, if you order a shirt or a hoodie, I have to wait for that lady to do them, right? But the books, as soon as I get the books, send them out. Like people that bought the PDF is complete. I can, as soon as your credit card is done, then I can send those.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, with the spines all line up to make a design. No, I didn't do that, but Hugo, I can do that with these. I can always, I'm talking about the minis. I'm talking about rebinding the actual trade itself into a set with a design that goes across the 3. And eventually, if everything goes as planned, 3, 6, 9, there'll be 9 trades of 4 issues each, and then there'll be 3 volumes with 12 each, because Path of the Pale Rider is 3 arcs of 12. Right. So we could do an omnibus, put them all in there, all 36. That would be insane. I'll be 95 years old. Sam and I will be going to cons. I got comic books and barbecue, and they'll be dancing on the side. And
that's right. That's how I do. Dancing.
George will be dancing, Sam will be drawing duty, and we're gonna be all old folks. That's the plan.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where you get this dancing thing from, Lori. I have no idea where this dancing thing comes from.
I wish I would have had my phone out a little quicker, because I would have caught it.
Cut what? I don't understand. I'm confused.
You're in denial, sir. I saw exactly what happened with you dancing around.
I don't know what's going on.
Like, this is you. This is you at the end of Gangnam Style. It was like, and you're the one in yellow. Oh my God, that was so funny. I never laughed so hard. Just dinner with you in your shacket. Oh my God.
Oh, the shacket. That's right.
I'm saying it because it's so funny, but
Yes. I was making a fashion statement. Right? You guys don't understand.
It was awesome. He put it on. That's the first thing that came out of my mind when I saw him put it. I said, "Is you got a denim jacket on?"
It was not a denim jacket. It was a
shacket. It was denim.
It was a shacket. Okay, it was a shirt and a jacket. Okay, that's what it was.
I was like, man, he put it back. I was going, oh.
Listen, for those who are watching, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Let's go back to the Path of the Pale Rider. So
I laughed so hard I blinked out of existence.
You did. All right, Lori, the little books.
How
do you get
one? They're on the campaign.
Yes.
Now I have them on 2 different tiers. One of them is it's a trade paperback, so the official one, and then one of these. There's one of those left. One. Oh. I also have a kitchen sink tier, which is like one of everything, which costs a little more, but you get one of these. You get the trade, the pen up, the hot sauce, the buttons, the glass, and shirt. I think there's just like anything that I have in the campaign, you get one. Right.
Do you
and there's 3 of those left. 2 of those are gone. Oh, wow. So they're just, 5. And then I think there's one of the plushies by themselves left as well. 4 of those are gone. So there's still stuff available. I mean, we got 20 days left. I would hope. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if you found Path and it was like 2 days in and everything was unavailable? I would be so mad.
Michael, what's going on?
Hi.
Wait, so can you get those as add-ons? The little books?
You cannot get this as an add-on. No, because I only wanted to make 10 and I wanted them all to be unique. So they take me a long time. Yeah. They take me a long time, right? Sense. Because there's gluing involved, there's painting involved, which has drying time. If I could just slap them together, and I could do a bunch, great. But these are a labor of love. These take time. I make sure they're right. If the paper gets messed up, I print it again. You know what I mean? Like I'm not messing around here. They're quality.
They look great. They look great. Like you said, I did see one in person, and they really look amazing.
The one I'm doing for Katie Shaw. I don't know if you're familiar with Katie Shaw. She does the book Dragon Child.
No, I don't. You know her, Sam? I don't know who that is.
She does it's a children's book about, children interacting with dragons. It's a really good book, all ages book. And her logo is a purple background with a very light green writing. And I had purple book cloth left over from when I was doing the Harry Potter rebinds. And so she was like, I want a purple cloth and a green Scully. And I was like, I was going to do them all in black, but I have purple cloth. So that's fine. You know what I mean? I was like, yes, you can have that. So I'm building that one. That looks like super cool. And then the rest of them are going to be this nice black book cloth. And then the skull, the binding, and then the edges all match the same color. So I'm doing a blue one, a purple one, and then I'm doing Katie's right now. And then this white one has been claimed. And then I have one more. I was asking the backer what color they want, and I gave them a list of colors to pick from. So, and then on top of that, if you get one of these, I will write you a personalized message on the inside as well. So
nice. Now Hugo says there are some really cool buttons as reward tiers too. So
yeah. My buddy, he calls himself Preem, as in Supreme. He calls him Preem. He's Hispanic too. He cracks me up. So Preem actually owns this business called Danger Button. So he makes buttons for merch. And but he's a big fan of Path of the Pale Rider. He's read all of our books, and I've seen him. I've met him at a book signing in Michigan. Nice. He's such a really cool guy. And he's like, I do buttons, right? And I was like, I'm not really into buttons. And he was like, but let me show you what I can do, right? So he came up with the designs for these buttons, and I was like, I love them. I want them for myself. So I'm getting 100 packs of buttons, and people can back them here. They can add them on, and then I'll have them at cons. I'll have them on my website because they're just that freaking cool. Yeah. He actually has this idea, you guys, to put like a gumball machine at a con. You could put like a quarter in, and you turn it, and you get a button. They go in this little plastic balls, and the plastic balls are reusable. Just put a button. You can put it. You fill this machine with. That's kind of cool, right?
That's kind of cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that is
like,
cool.
I'll look into. I don't know how much it costs yet, but I was like, I'll look into that when I have time, which is never.
Yeah, never. Wait, so is it that is almost like a sheet of buttons, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's a cardboard like stacker. Like you could put them on like a stand. And then there's 5 Path of the Pale Rider buttons. There's like a ASL bullshit, and our skull logo, Big James Burgers. There's a disc, and then there's the collector symbol. I think that's 1 through 5, right? And then he has an extra button with the Danger Button logo, which is a hand pushing a button. But he usually just has like this white gloved hand pushing a button, and he changed it to a zombie hand because he loves Path of the Pale Rider. So I was like, that's awesome. He changed his logo for our product. So I thought that was, such a nice touch. So he's working on those now because he does them all himself. So he's like, when are these going out? I was like, oh, not until April. He's like, April? He's like, I need to order things. He's like, I need to start now. I'm making you 100 button packs.
Wow.
It's 600 buttons.
Yeah, that's a lot. But you're gonna have them for the shows, obviously. If you don't have, if you don't go to them, you're gonna have them for the shows. That's cool.
Yeah, of course. I wasn't gonna be like, I'll buy 7 packs of buttons. Like, no, we'll have some for shows. I think people will like them. You could put them on like your hats, your trucker hats, and your backpacks and stuff. Like, they're super cute. So I'm excited for those.
You mentioned something about the ASL, right? And that's something that's very much in
our story.
In the story. Talk a little bit about why you added that in the story and where that comes from.
Why I added that in the story? Well, it's essential to the story, honestly. But I always want to be inclusive. And ASL, there's nobody in my family that is deaf, but a lot of my family members have learned ASL and teach it. So I just thought it was something that it was a challenge. I wanted to put in the book because, again, it's like, it's a 2D medium. How do you show ASL, which is a movement?
Right.
So it was a challenge, but it also fit with the story because in an apocalyptic world, sound is so important. Whether you need to be very quiet to sneak over a giant undead bear, or if there's things that are so loud going on, you can't stand it and you can't communicate to each other unless you use hand signals. There's so many things in this world that it made sense for Jude St. Clair to have that skill. And his mom he's what's considered a CODA, CODA, child of deaf adult. So he is hearing, but he can sign. And a lot of times Jude St. Clair is just a sarcastic bastard and he swears at you with his hands because you can't understand what he's doing. So he'll play poker and spell out douchebag at you because he can.
Got it. So his mom is she's deaf in the story. I know you just saw JD's comment, right?
I did. I was laughing. I was like, you just wait. Elton John is showing up later. He's going to play us a little rocket band.
Oh, God.
He's coming.
There it is. Polito money.
Yeah, I wish. No, I mean, like, this is
Polito's
green screen, dude.
Hand over fist.
Yeah. People were like, ooh, Indie Comics pays good. And I was like, you really knew what was back there. The other thing I wanted to bring up in the story with the ASL is like the apocalypse when you have a disability.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because for example, his mom, they come to collect his mom, and she, if people don't understand ASL, she can't communicate. So it's already scary what's going on because she doesn't know what's going to happen to her. And then she can't get any answers as well. So that leads to some of the other things that happen in issue number 4. Just bad day. Sorry.
Yeah, that third issue. I haven't read 4 yet, but that third issue, the end of that third issue.
I know, I'm not nice.
Yeah.
I drink your tears, George, after you read the issue.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah. That
4 is worse. I'm surprised you didn't read it.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? With that last page on that book, we talked about it when we were at the convention. It was about the art, right? Because again, it's a visual medium. So there's really nothing on the page and words. I mean, as far as
there's
words
no
go,
words. No, there's no dialogue.
Yeah, there's no dialogue. It's all just what happens at the end. The way the pace in which he did it was great. If you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, pick up that issue
number
and
3.
check it out. Yeah, and pick up the graphic novel, obviously.
Marco is so good at communicating emotion through his paneling and expression on the characters' their body language, their facial expressions. A lot of times I have to just get out of the way. You know what I mean? As the letterer, I don't need to put it's not going to add anything to the story if his mom said, when she woke up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's the feeling.
Anything?
What?
Did you have any dialogue in there originally? And
no, not on that page. But there's other pages where I've had things and I'm like, I've taken them out. Just to let the moment breathe.
Right.
So when you have an artist that can do that, and that's one of the biggest compliments that we get consistently. If there was no lettering in the issue, you could still follow the story based off of the art.
That's important. That's key. That's comics, right? That's comics.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, then you know the artist didn't do his job or her job. Yeah.
Word. So now I know that you're on a promotional tour and you get ready for your next show. Do you have any events coming up that you want to share?
Yes, I'm going to be at Pastime Comics in say the city, Sam, because I always call it Watuga because of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's not how you say it. It's Watiga.
You said it best.
You're asking Sam to say that?
Watiga. It's over by Fort Worth, and it's Pastime Comics. It's Charter Comics' physical store, and they're going to be celebrating women in comics. They have an event every March, and it's on March the 9th. It's the Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday afterwards. So I will be there in person. I better have my books. They're supposed to be printed like any day. They're supposed to be finished, and I just keep politely asking poor McGuire, who is ever so polite, telling me that they're not ready yet.
Nice.
So at some point I will get these books and I'll be fulfilling freaking issue 4 because I just want this merch. You can't see the merch. It's behind the piano. I would really like it to go, you know what I mean? Everybody wants their stuff. They're ready. So
Hugo just pronounced that for us. He says it's
Wataga.
Wataga. Okay. Thank you. That's where I'm going to be there. With the Pirates of the Caribbean. But Lacey Kruger will be there as well. She's one of my besties. And then there's 3 other ladies I have not met yet. So I'm looking forward to meeting them because a lot of times when you build that community, guess what? I find my variant artists all over the place.
There you
So
go.
last time there was Lauren Gibson. There was another event that we did. I forget because William Russell was there. So it wasn't women in comics. But it was like Lacey, Lauren, and William. And those were my 3 variant artists on my last campaign. So you go to these places, you make connections, and it's like, I would love for you to do a cover for my story. And then things fall into place. So you never know. Could be someone doing variant cover for my next issue 5 from this Women in Comics Day.
There you go.
All right. And finally, where can people find you?
Everywhere. Please go to the Kickstarter and pick out something that works for you because we got lots of really cool stuff and we're unlocking stretch goals left and right. And that's at www.pale-rider.com is our short link. You can also find me on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, X, Instagram, all of website. Our website is www.pathofthepalerider.com. You can catch me on Tuesday mornings on the Tuesday Morning Brew, where I get to interview any creator, actor, novelist. And then, of course, on Wednesdays, I host the Any One World Showcase. Actually, my next guest is this gentleman over here. We're going to be on March the 6th. So I'm all over the place. So please come hang out with me and enjoy the shenanigans. We're going to smash pumpkins and watermelons and set things on fire.
Outstanding.
Mhm.
Well, Lori, listen, somebody just upped their pledge at some point. Somebody
they were like $2.
Somebody, it's up to 3,009 now. So
3,009. Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's go. Consequences.
That's a consequence.
Consequences and repercussions. Yes.
Oh, thank you, somebody. I appreciate that. I know when you're so close to like a round number, the OCD kicks in. Like, I need $2.
We need something.
But now we just broke another stretch goal, so everybody gets to 3D printed wooden disc keychains. So
All
hooray.
right. There you go.
I gotta go print some more.
Oh God. Well, Lori, go do your thing. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me, guys. And I appreciate you being flexible. And Sam, with your job situation, I completely understand. But you were like, we'll get you on this week. And I was like, amen, brother. I appreciate that. So
it's only because it's you.
I can't wait to hang out with the two of you again because I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
It'll be a good time.
It will be a good time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. Good luck to you. And
thank you, guys.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, absolutely. Bye, chat. I love you. Talk to you all soon. Bye.
Peace.
All right, that was Lori Calcaterra, Path of the Pale Rider. The link's in the chat. Pathofthepalerider.com is also there. What's up, Perry Comics? Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, I mean, George did the Running Man. He did the bus stop.
Do anything.
You know, he did the WAP. He was doing everything at
I don't know what the bus stop is. What's the bus stop? What is that?
Yeah, man. I saw you were doing all of it, bro.
I was doing a bus stop.
You're doing the stanky leg. Do the stanky leg.
You're making stuff up now. You said the stanky leg. Wow.
You're doing the WAP.
The cabbage patch. The cabbage patch. All that.
It was crazy, bro.
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know who this George guy is that you guys met at the Mexican.
She does. Lori does rock.
Lori rocks. She does. That was fun. So yeah, guys, don't forget Path of the Pale Rider. I think she's got how many days she's got left? She's
20.
got
20
days, 50 backers. She's over $3,000. Let's get some more stretch goals. Let's get another card, another deck of from the
Holy G and Dylan. What's up?
What up? Look at this. Everybody's in the house.
Everybody's in the house. Yeah. I mean, no, it was funny. We were out there. We went to go see The Beekeeper. If you haven't seen it, it's one of Jason Stathem's best movies. We were the only ones in the theater, and the popcorn was legit.
Yeah, it was good. It was good stuff.
Yeah, it was interesting. Stuff. We're sitting there, we're like, yo, it's just us, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. It was pretty dope. It was funny. We went to CVS. We were the only customers there.
Yeah.
Everywhere we went, we're like the only ones. I'm like, what's going on in this town? There's bodies everywhere. There's no traffic. I was like, this is pretty interesting. There was one sheriff that saw us go into a CVS, stood out there until we came out to see if we were going to be banditos, and we came out with and they were like, all right, they're good. They were peeping us.
Oh yeah, the cops,
Yeah, remember?
the coppers.
They were acting suspicious.
Word. It was a good time, man. It was definitely a good show. You gonna do it next year, Sam? You signing up?
Yeah, I'll do it next year. Because of the it's a big military and native group. I'll have a lot of duty military stuff and duty, a lot of that stuff, because they were eating that up. So it's just making sure.
Word.
Yeah.
It did sound like the Path of the Pale Rider. That's true.
Yeah. So yeah. It's a whole different audience. It's pretty cool. Really down to earth. Shout out to everybody that's following on social media that I met out there. And we're gonna have several guests that from that area that are gonna be on the show. Yo, I want to call out George on something funny.
Yo, hold on. Before you continue reading, Hugo, this guy never goes to the comments that quickly. As soon as you say I want to call out George, he's like, "Oh, let me stop talking and pull it up. Pull it up, you silly bastard."
What? Something I don't know?
Yeah.
A guy at the food truck asked for a name and how to spell it. And George with a J kept saying, "Doesn't matter."
Doesn't matter. He's like, "Come on, tell me." The kid was like, "Come on. How do I spell it? Give me a spelling." I was like, "Spell it however you want." No, come on. Tell me how to spell it. I was like, "Fine, spell it with a J, you son of a bitch." Hugo, you were watching that, bro? I thought you were way back, man. What's going on here?
Oh, dang. George.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Yeah, the kid was like, "Come on, how do you spell it? Let me spell it with a J." He wanted to spell my name J-R-G.
Yeah. How about the fact that you were the first customer to get the coffee and it tasted like medicine?
Hugo, that cracked me up. It was, the coffee, yeah.
I think they gave you the coffee the night before.
The night before, yeah.
It was horrible, bro.
It tasted pretty damn bad. But yeah, so the convention had their own kitchen, I guess, or cafeteria in the back inside.
Food court. They had a food court.
The area, yeah.
They didn't open it.
But they didn't open it. They had food trucks outside, which is cool for an attendee because it was a beautiful day. I mean, the weather was ridiculous. It was sunny and like 70. So it was cool for attendees. But for the people inside, for the vendors, it took the crowd out, right? Yeah. It took the crowd out of the place.
Yeah, and you want to keep them in the building.
And you want to keep them inside. So yeah, that was a little. I mean, it was still fine, but and it was worse on Sunday, I think, because Sunday really died down early.
Yeah, Sunday died down. Yeah, I think like at 1 o'clock it just went.
Yeah.
And it was just like crickets.
Yeah. But on Saturday it was good.
Saturday was popping. Yeah, Sunday I think is because of church. Family time.
They open later, 11 o'clock instead of the usual 10, right?
Yeah. And so they go to church and Sunday school, and then they go to Denny's or the Waffle House for breakfast, and the family stuff, right?
Hungry.
By that time, the convention's over because it was only 5 hours.
Yeah, because it was from 11 to 4, right? At that point.
Yeah.
They didn't go till 5. Yeah, 11 to 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a shorter day, but it was definitely a good convention. It was definitely fun. It was nice to see Hugo come through. It was nice to see Arelis. I had never met Arelis, so it was nice to see her. That was cool with the kids. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a customer come up to me and ask, what's the age range, right, for the book? And I said, well, look, I like to consider it all ages, but I leave it up to the buyer to determine if it's appropriate for a specific age group in your family. So I'll leave that up to you. And she goes, I love that answer. I'll take all of them. And I was like, oh shit, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, we've had those discussions before, right? It's like, I don't know. Everybody's going to determine what age group is going to be for their kids. They're going to say, oh, my 5-year-old can read this. I'm going to say, no, only my 8-year-old can read this, or whatever it is. So
no, but that's when you give them ranges. You know me, I'm not a big fan of the term all ages, because what does all ages mean? I think that I think your book is maybe ages 5 to 12, maybe, or something like that. Like I don't think teenagers are clamoring to buy it. You know what I mean? Just because it's not the age group. Not that they wouldn't enjoy it. It's just not something that they would probably pick up. But I think kids would, and I think kids, people listen, even parents were looking at that thing and like, oh, there's nothing in my toilet. Like there's always that little snicker, right? And then you're hitting them with his name is Duty, he's from Uranus, and they're like, oh, that's right. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that.
I won a few people over by telling them that his best friend's name is Cheeks.
Oh, and they were like, you were going in on that kind of humor, which I was surprised by because you normally don't like that kind of. You don't want it to be associated with that, so that surprised me that you were
right.
But it worked.
But they look at the art and they know, and then when they open up the pages, they see it. Right.
You think it's easier to do it there because you can show them the book rather than say, for example, here where they can't actually see, so they can't see it.
Yeah, so they open it up and then based on who it is and the questions that they're asking, I change what I'm saying. Like one of them was like, my kid is into science. I said, well, you know what? There's a lot of science questions and trivia questions in the back of every book. And they go, oh, really? So it all depends on who it is and what they're looking at. That is how I go with the angle to try to gear them towards.
Well, that's the beauty of doing conventions.
Yeah.
Engaging, going back to what we were talking about at the beginning, and engaging people who are at your table. Because sure, whatever you have, hey, what up, Rick? Whatever you have, I'm sure something will entice them to buy it. But you have to kind of talk to them and engage them in order to
and what did we see? We had some people who were just interested in the stickers. Some people who were just interested in the prints. Some people who were, everybody. There was something for everybody, right? I had a young lady who looked at ARG and the pitch that I had on on top of the
and that was enough.
And that was enough. She just picked it up, and shout out to her too because she posted it on social media. So, there was something for everybody, and so for me, it's like I'm getting better at being able to tailor my approach based on the person I'm talking to at the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, but there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on the table, so there is meat on that bone, son. Yeah. So that's good. That's good. Tell the people where we're going to be next, and then we're going to wrap it up, Sammy.
Yeah, man. So if you're in Texas, then I'm going to be at LitCon in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be in Greenville, Texas. It's actually from 10 to 6, not 10 to 4. In Greenville, Texas, March 16th. It's a one-day show. And then after that, I will be heading over in April to Central Texas Comic Con in Waco for a 2-day event. It's my second time there. I had a blast last time, so I'm looking forward to connecting with everybody out there. Then after that, in May, I will be at Comic Palooza hanging out with Dan Price of Bigfoot Knows Karate. I'll be hanging out with Marco for Path of the Pale Rider. And a bunch of other Vindies out there. So I'll be out there. That's a 3-day show. Then after that, and in June, I'll be in Superhero Comic Con in San Antonio, Texas. And that is a 4-day event. And every day goes to 8 p.m., bro. It's freaking, I think it's 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. Yo, and I'm going to be dolo. It's going to be crazy. Then after that, College Station in September. I'm working on August right now. Because I want something for every month. So College Station in September, so I'll be there, and that's a 2-day event. And then I also have the Denton Comic Book Expo or Art Expo that is in October. I'll be doing that as well. So August, I'm looking to secure the Bell County Comic Con, which is a huge event. It's like 4 buildings. So the thing is just not working on their website, so I just reached out to them to try to secure that one, and that'll be it for the rest of the year. And what do you say? May 4th. Oh, May 4th. That's right. May 4th, I'll be at Geek Out hanging out with Paulie G and Dylan at a book signing for Free Comic Book Day. So that's going to be dope as well.
You need a rap, bro. You need a rap.
I know, bro. I know. It's crazy. So that's what's going on there. I'll be busy every month of the year. And I'm looking forward to it. That's why I get to have fun. I'm in my element when I'm at those shows.
Word.
What are you doing?
Next month, I'm going to be at ZenkaiCon in PA, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm going to go there just to walk the show. Then I'll be at C2E2 in Chicago on April 26th to the 28th. I'll be out there. In July, I'm going out to Plastic City Comic Con with Keith Gleason. Nice. That's going to be on July 20th. It's a 1-day show. Then Wicked Comic Con will be in Boston.
Wicked.
That's right. On the 20th in August, and then 9/20 on Baltimore Comic Con in September.
Oh yeah.
So
we do have a big event coming up on Cast the Craze too.
Yeah. And then hold on. And then October, I'll be at the New York Comic Con in October. So that's right. Going to be. That's how I'm going to close it out.
they hit me up with an application saying, nope, delete. But I was like, delete, suckers. But yeah, April, the squad's coming on. Well, hopefully John shows up. It's the reunion of the crazy crew. So Anibal Royals con Pollos, and hopefully Johnny, Slifax shows up, and it's gonna be a hoot. It's gonna be a party up in here.
That's right. It's good. We're celebrating, what is it, 20 years of friendship in April. That's when we met.
Crazy, bro.
April 20 years ago. We met in April. It was in April. I don't know what day in April, but it was a convention that we met at 20-year anniversary. That's right. Anibal know what's up. So
we met at the Star Wars convention in New Jersey.
That's right. Yeah, but when it was April, I don't know.
It was something. And Anibal was walking around showing off his portfolio.
Yeah, word. Damn. Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, bro.
Yeah,
I think we'll be pumping something, folks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it is hustling, baby. But yeah, no, that'll be when is that happening, Anibal? When did you sign up for that?
That one is April 16th.
April 16th.
Yes.
So get ready. April 16th, 20th anniversary. We're all gonna bring something from that we worked on together that day. So get something ready.
Yeah, bro. Let the others call me Eddie, but for you, especially Ed, because I said so. Spaghetti. I got a lot of some things, man.
Yeah. I know you do. You got some stolen artwork.
I got a lot of something, man. Hey, I got something for you.
You got a little something?
That's right, puppy. I got it right here. So yeah, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. We do it. We did it lot. The last time we were all together was when I had the studio in Jersey.
Yeah. It was way back in the day.
Yeah, man.
Damn, it was a Star Wars convention, right? That's what it was.
It was a Star Wars convention, and what was it in 2005? 2006?
It's got to be 2004 because it's 20 years ago.
2004.
It was in April. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm trying to figure out what show it was.
That was what's that area called in Jersey that we were in?
I don't know. I'm sure Neil remembers it. The memories are real because what he said, because I remember most of you guys from when I lived in New York. Damn, wow. Empire Fan Fest. See, Anibal always remembers that stuff, bro.
That's what it's called, Empire Fan Fest. That's right.
Caucus. He always remembers that shit, bro. That is amazing. Empire Fan Fest, Caucus. Wow. I gotta see what the actual date was. 2004.
2004, April 17th and 18th, 2004.
Wow, look at that.
Wow.
So it'll be to the day.
Right, to the day.
It'll be to the day. Damn. That is hilarious, bro.
Yo, and we got put on the what was the name of Inkswell documentary?
Yeah,
that was dope. Wow.
That is funny, bro.
Look at that.
It was at the Crown Plaza Hotel.
Yeah,
it was the inaugural convention saluting American animation, sci-fi, and fantasy.
We made no money there.
No, Mark Hamill was there.
Yes.
Yo, that is hilarious, dude.
All that weed I used to smoke, man. Yo, I remember we were like, yo, we didn't make any sales. The only things that came out of it, we got into a documentary and we met Anibal.
Yep, that's it. Damn, April 17th through the 18th, 2004, Secaucus, New Jersey, Crown Plaza Hotel. That is hilarious. All right, so it'll be legit 20 years since we met. Since we met Anibal, because me and Jonathan, we knew each other already. But Anibal, we've known Anibal for 20 years on that day. So yeah, join us for that day. It'll be a good time.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fun. Don't forget to check out dutiesworld.com. Check out getyourmeds.com. Sounds like the memories and the friendships are worth more than anything you could have. Yeah. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, bro. It was the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
It's like, wait, who booked the Star Wars convention?
But you know what? At that point, we're trying to do anything. We're trying to book anything, bro.
I thought because of Cosmic Wars that they're like, yo,
nah, we're here for Cosmic Wars, my man.
It didn't work.
No, like, Star Wars is what they were there for. They weren't trying to hear all that nonsense.
Yeah, no, it was dope.
Which Cosmic Wars, that's something people don't know about. So we'll bring some stuff back.
Yes, we'll bring some stuff. I'll have that ready.
So join us on April 17th. Go to getyourmeds.com. Go to dutiesworld.com. Check out A Kid in a Comic. Sam's got his it's a comic strip.
Kid in a comic, yeah, Kid in a comic.
Sam has
comic. It's published. It's like they up to issue number 5. It's being shipped out. And so that's exciting again. And again, dudysworld.com, and hit that like button, subscribe, share it with a friend, let everybody know where you got this. And if you're listening on any of the audio streaming platforms, head over to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and let's get those algorithms to work in our favor. Because when we grow the indie community grows, and that's why we do it. We are the originators. We are the OGs. We're the first independent comic book podcast ever, and we're the longest running. So shout out to everybody out there. We do this for you. Thank you all for your support tonight, and we look forward to seeing you next week. We have another guest on the show. Who was the guest again, George?
Rob. It is. Yeah, we met him. We met him at the con this week, actually. This weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, his name.
We have Robert Bevan.
Yes, Robert Bevan.
Yes,
Rob, big shout out to him, man. He's a cool dude. So we're gonna be talking. He's originally from Jersey, so we're gonna be talking to him. Don't forget to pre-order Rust 5377 now at go to my website, getyourmeds.com, or go to asapimagination.com and pre-order it. It's coming this May. Anyoneworld.com. You can pre-order it there. That's all I got, my brother.
That's it. See you next time. See you next week. So with that said, I'm Sid, the crazy man, Vera,
George, the Dreamer Medina,
and we are.
It's just easy. It's not. Crazy. Acquiesce.
No, I was talking about my friend Acquiesce. I met say my name, right?
This is what you were thinking? Oh,
he described me. He said, I'm the
what? Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze. Catch the Craze. You are listening to Catch the Craze. This is Craze. You're listening to Catch the Craze.
Candy girl.